For every swing, every moment, the Milwaukee Brewers fight. It's not just about hitting the ball, it's about leaving a legacy.
Welcome back to our channel, the meeting point for the entire brew crew that lives and breathes Milwaukee Brewers baseball. I'm your analyst and fellow fan. And before we dive headfirst into the news that could very well define our postseason, I need to ask you a favor. If you value deep dive analysis, straight from the source information, and an unwavering passion for this team, then become part of our community. Hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss a single pitch, a single breakdown, or any breaking news like the story I'm about to drop. Trust me, you're going to want to be in the loop for this one. All right, let's get down to business. For the past month, a shadow of uncertainty has loomed over our bullpen. A cornerstone, our anchor, our all-star closer, Trevor Megal, has been on the sidelines, and every single one of us has felt the weight of his absence in every tight game, in every tense ninth inning. Since August 24th, when the news of a right flexor strain placed him on the injured list, we, the Brew Crew, have been holding a collective breath. Flexor strains for a pitcher are terrifying territory. It's the kind of diagnosis that often serves as a precursor to much worse news, like the dreaded Tommy John surgery. The fear that Megal's season, a season that cemented him as one of the league's best finishers, could have come to an abrupt end, was real and palpable. We've watched the team battle, find ways to win, but the absence of his towering figure on the mound to close things out was a void we all felt. But today, I bring you news that is like music to our ears. It's the update we've all been waiting for. The confirmation that could completely change our trajectory in the playoffs. Direct sources, including a confirmation from the man himself, in a conversation with Curt Hogg of the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, indicate that the wait is over. Trevor Megal isn't just recovering well, he's on the verge of returning. The expectation, and this is more than just optimism, is that Megal will be activated for the final regular season game against the Cincinnati Reds. But the news gets even better. Megal himself was direct and confident in his statement to Hogg, saying, "I definitely see myself being active in the postseason." That isn't a hope, it's a declaration of intent. Our closer is coming back at the most crucial moment of the season, and that changes absolutely everything. To understand the magnitude of this return, we need to revisit the season Trevor Megal was building. Before the injury, his numbers were simply dominant. We're talking about a 2.54 ERA, an elite statistic for any pitcher, but especially for a closer who enters the highest pressure moments of the game. In 46 innings pitched, he racked up 58 strikeouts. This demonstrates not just his ability to get hitters out, but his overpowering stuff on the mound. His pitch arsenal, combining a high-velocity fastball that rides up in the zone with a devastating slider, made him a nightmare for opposing lineups. His first career All-Star selection was no fluke. It was recognition that he had become one of the most reliable and feared closers in all of Major League Baseball. Losing an arm of that caliber in late August was a devastating blow, and the job the bullpen did to hold steady in his absence deserves all the credit. Players like Devin Williams and others had to step into higher leverage roles, facing the heart of opposing lineups in situations that would normally belong to Megal. They did a heroic job, but the truth is, there is no substitute for an elite closer. Now, with Megal's imminent return, our bullpen puzzle is about to become whole again, and at the perfect time. The return of Trevor Megal isn't just about adding a quality arm to the roster, it's about completely redefining our postseason strategy. October baseball is a different animal. The games are tighter, the pressure is amplified with every pitch, and the depth and quality of the bullpen become the deciding factor between advancing and going home. Having a closer like Megal, a man who can shorten the game from 9 innings to 8, is a strategic weapon of incalculable value. When we know we have a lockdown force at the back end, the entire dynamic shifts. Manager Pat Murphy can now manage the middle innings with far more confidence, knowing he doesn't have to stretch his middle relievers or set up men. Every piece of the bullpen slides back into its ideal role. The seventh inning guy can focus on the seventh. the eighth-inning guy on the eighth, and Megal takes the ninth. This clarity of roles creates a rhythm and a confidence that permeates the entire team. Let's consider the added benefit of our regular season performance. The first-round bye. This break could not have come at a better time. While our opponents will be grinding through an intense wild-card series, the Brewers will have time to rest, regroup, and crucially, give Trevor Megal the necessary runway to smoothly transition back into competition. His activation for the final regular season game against the Reds functions as a sort of live rehab appearance. He'll get to face MLB hitters in a real game environment, but without the do-or-die pressure of the playoffs. This will allow him to test his arm, fine-tune his command, and most importantly, regain the mental confidence that he is 100% healthy. After that tune-up, he'll have several more days of rest and preparation during the NLDS bye. It's the perfect scenario. A timeline that feels tailor-made to ensure that when he takes the mound in Game 1 of the National League Division Series, he won't just be active, he'll be ready to dominate. Think about our potential opponents in the NLDS. Teams like the Dodgers, the Braves, the Phillies. These are lineups loaded with all-stars, capable of changing a game with a single swing of the bat. In a 5-game series, the margin for error is razor-thin. The difference between a win and a loss can be a single run in one game. It's in precisely these moments that an elite closer makes their money. Having the ability to hand the ball to Trevor Megal with a lead in the 9th inning and feel a high degree of confidence that the game will end right there is a luxury few teams possess. This affects not only our defense, but the mentality of our opponents. They know the window of opportunity to score runs closes in the 8th inning. That psychological pressure cannot be overstated. Megal's presence in the bullpen sends a clear message to the entire National League. If you want to beat the Milwaukee Brewers in October, you'd better do it early. Final analysis and question for the Brew Crew. The news of Trevor Megal's impending return is, without a doubt, the single biggest boost we could have received heading into the playoffs. It transforms our bullpen from very good to potentially the best in the postseason. His health will be the key factor, but all indications are positive. His return not only strengthens the team on paper, but injects a massive dose of confidence into the entire roster and the fan base. Now I want to hear from you, Brew Crew. With Trevor Megal back to anchor our bullpen, what is your confidence level for a deep run in October? Do you believe this is the final piece of the puzzle to get us to the World Series? Drop your opinions in the comments below. Thanks for watching. For more exclusive analysis and instant updates on the Brewers throughout the entire postseason, make sure you are subscribed with notifications turned on. I'll be bringing all the key information directly to you. Let's go, Brewers!